Never.
So it might be your last tour. You're not sure, but you just want to make sure that the voice is still there and the people are still enjoying the music.
I want them to know me when I'm in good form, in good shape, yes.
Yeah, well, you certainly are. That song, Road to Amarillo, which of course originally we all knew through Tony Christie, who covered it from yours. When you wrote that, I mean, what was the inspiration for that from your perspective? Because it's such a massive hit over here.
His manager came in the late 60s. I was writing in New York, and he said, I have a new singer, Tony Christie. You know, I've written so many songs. They're all very special to me. But you never know really who's going to pick it up and who's going. I've been very lucky. Shirley Bassey and Tom Jones and Elvis Presley and Frank Sinatra. I've been very fortunate.
I was listening to an interview that you did talking about meeting Elvis when you met him, because he recorded one of your songs, didn't he? Was it Solitaire? What was it like meeting the King?
Oh, it was the thrill. My wife and I were invited. Elvis invited us to a Vegas show. And he brought us backstage and he gave my wife a scarf. And he said, you know, I love Solitaire, but there are too many high notes in it. You know, I'm going to do it, but you're so many high notes in it. Can't you lower the key? But I was thrilled. I was absolutely thrilled. Well, you have to be very good friends. If you have an argument, you don't hit below the belt. And you have to share, you have to like the same things, the same movies, the same restaurants. You really have to love each other's company.
Does she still come and watch you perform, Neil?
She gets nervous.
Does she?
She doesn't sit in the audience.
She gets nervous for you?
Yes, of course.
Oh.
Yes, but she'll sit in the dressing room, and the grandchildren come, and I've had them on the stage.
And they've been performing with you as well?
Yes, I had a record called Waking Up Is Hard to Do. My grandchildren are now, the twins are 14 and the boy is 11, and they said, Papa Neil, can you change the words to make them child-friendly? So I did an album called Waking Up Is Hard to Do, and on it we sang, Lunch will keep us together.
Perfect for the kids.
And they sang the doo-wop background.
Amazing.
Wow.
Yes.
One of the first concerts you went to, and then you met him in later life, was Frank Sinatra.
Yes.
But you went, was it with your Aunt Molly who took you along? But didn't you need to go to the toilet at some point?
Oh my God, you know that story?
I do know.
It's a bit creepy, isn't it, how well he knows people?
4 years old, and we stood on line at the New York Paramount to see Frank Sinatra, 1940 something.
Yeah.
And I had to go to the bathroom in the middle of the show, and if you left your seat, other girls were standing in the aisle and would grab your seat.
Wow.
So my aunt said, we can't leave the seat, make on the floor. And I did. And I told Nancy Sinatra that story. She was hysterical.
I bet. Amazing. Marking your territory.
Oh,
undoubtedly.
What a place to take a little wee.
Well, you're 4, you can do what you like.
That's something I've had a great thrill all over the years, having some fine, wonderful artists cover the songs. Yes.
Yeah. And your album's out today as well. Another album,
it's called I Do It for Applause. It's a collection of 14 new songs. And the last cut I'm very proud of. It's my symphony called Joie de Vivre, Joy of Life.
Amazing.
And it's a 19-minute symphony.
Undoubtedly you are enjoying life, Neil, and long may that.
So tell me about The Immigrant. We know the inspiration, but when did you decide I want to write a song not only about John Lennon, but my family and my idea of what America really is?
I always thought that Immigrants was the basic crux of America, and I felt it should be told in music and words. And Phil Cody, who wrote the song with me, said, give me on Broadway. So I took the D to the A-7.
Right.
Here it is. Harbors open their arms to the young searching foreigner.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Come to live. Just those two chords would change the... And then, of course, the hook. There was a time when strangers were welcome here. Music would play, they tell me the days were sweet, sweet and clear. It was a sweeter tune, and there was so much room that people could come from everywhere.
It's fantastic.
Then there's Breaking Up Is Hard to Do. Should I tell you how I wrote that?
Yeah, tell me how you wrote it, but then talk about the complete transformation. And you're the only artist that's had 2 number ones with the same song
And two
with two different arrangements.
2 different tempos.
And 2 different tempos.
Well, the original was doobie-doo down, down, comma, I was the king of the doobie-doos.
Right.
Down, down. Don't take your love. 3 Neils, I loved it. I learned it from Les Paul and Mary Ford. Don't you leave my heart in misery. Years later, 1976, I was fooling around at the piano and discovered that Breaking Up worked as a slow gin mill song. Don't take your love away from me. And I love Dinah Washington.
Right.
Don't you leave my heart in misery. 'Cause if you go.
It's beautiful.
And it was a hit as a gin mill song.
So let's talk about the transition from classical to rock and roll. What was the first rock and roll song you can remember writing as you were making that transition?
Here's one, because of the Chopin playing. I wrote, solitaire's the only game in town. Every road that takes him down. While life goes on around him everywhere. Inspired by Chopin.
Right.
These suspensions.
Neil Sedaka, the American singer known for hits like Breaking Up Is Hard to Do, has died at age 86. His death came few hours after Neil wasn't feeling well Friday morning and was taken in an ambulance to a hospital. Sedaka's family confirmed the news, saying, "Our family is devastated by the sudden passing of our beloved husband, father and grandfather, Neil Sedaka. A true rock and roll legend, an inspiration to millions, but most importantly, at least to those of us who were lucky enough to know him, an incredible human being who will be deeply missed." On Friday, 27th February 2026, the LA County West Hollywood Sheriff Station said deputies assisted the fire department on a medical request call and paramedics transported him to a local hospital at about 8 a.m. Neil had multiple #1 hits in the early 60s, including Oh, Carol, Calendar Girl, and Breaking Up Is Hard to Do. He saw a career resurgence in the mid-1970s with the success of his songs Laughter in the Rain and Bad Blood. He was a founding member of the Tokens in the late 1950s. Sedaka has been nominated for 5 Grammy Awards in his illustrious career. He was inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame in 1983, and he's also received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. He appeared on television a few times over the years too, with guest spots on The King of Queens and The Carol Burnett Show among his credits. He also served as a guest judge on American Idol Season 2, raving about Clay Aiken's cover of his song Solitaire. Neil is survived by his wife, Leba Strasberg, whom he married in 1962, and their 2 children. His legacy will be remembered in the hearts of whoever knew him and enjoyed his music.